All right, good morning, everybody. It is Thursday, and it's 10:04 a.m., 4 minutes late. Better late than never. This is the First Alert Desk. I'm Lana Harris. I want to make sure you are caught up on your headlines. There's actually a lot going on today, so we want to jump right in. The first one's breaking news that actually started coming into our newsroom about an hour ago. There's a person, unfortunately, who's said to be trapped under a train at Marta. Okay, so we can give you some video. This is not the scene here, but I want to make sure you know what's going on here. Now, the train is not in operation right now because of the police investigation. And unfortunately, police say the train is not, police say a person jumped in front of this moving train and they believe it could have been an attempted suicide. They are still investigating right now. We know the reports came in around 7:10 in the morning. There are multiple agencies on scene right now. If you're headed in that direction, you would see them as an alternate route. You can take the bus from North Spring to Medical Center. We will keep you posted on this developing story, both here, of course, on our Atlanta News First app. Of course, we have another one of these in about an hour. So if we get any updates, we'll be sure to let you know about that. So our other story is out of Kentucky. This one's really sad as well. There was a crash that we want to let you know about. We have some scene video for you here. We know that unfortunately several people are dead after two U.S. Army Blackhawk helicopters crashed in Kentucky. So we're told this happened during a training mission last night in Trigg County. The helicopters were with the 101st Airborne Division. Now, the number of fatalities are not known right now, but a news conference is happening as we speak. It was scheduled for 10 a.m., so we'll update you on what happens there in our First Alert Desk cut-in at 11 a.m. So those are the breaking headlines. I want to just make sure that we got those to you really quick. But good morning, everybody. It's Thursday. We almost made it to the end of the week. I see some of you guys already on Facebook. Michael Baxter, Drew Davis from Monroe, Randy Breland. Good morning to you guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you guys are watching on the Lana Harris Facebook page or the Atlanta News First Facebook page, should be able to see if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or you want to say anything. Nestle Lout, David Simpson, Zach Yavak. You got a lot of people on here today. Good morning to you guys. Okay, let's talk about our lawmakers. Okay, so this is what a lot of people in the country are focusing on right now: mass shootings and what to do about them. It doesn't seem like there's a answer for this, and that's kind of the problem. Can't come up with a solution until you can figure out what's happening, right? So lawmakers are literally screaming at each other right now on Capitol Hill, trying to figure out what to do after the mass shooting in Nashville. So we want to show you some of that.
Guys are worried about banning books. Dead kids can't read.
You think more guns lead to more children are dying? 9-year-old children.
Okay, so the question is, does America have a gun problem or a mental health issue? Everybody in America can agree 9-year-old children and all the other victims did not deserve what they got, okay? But lawmakers can't come up with a solution until they do land on that reason for why we're seeing this. So if you ask Republicans, they'll tell you it's people's constitutional rights to have guns, and the people committing these heinous acts have a mental health issue that needs to be addressed. They also call for more people to be armed so that they can protect people from those people. Now, if you ask Democrats, the gun is what needs to be moved out of the equation, that people don't need to have assault weapons, and that there needs to be a ban from them, and that overall, guns are too accessible for anybody who wants them, even the people who pose a risk of killing people or themselves. So, again, like we said, there's been tense debate over this on Capitol Hill. Depending on what side you fall, you may really strongly agree or disagree with what you're about to hear, but we've got some sound bites for you to show you what our lawmakers are saying about it.
If you want to have a good talk about schools and protecting children, we need to talk about protecting our children the same way we protect our president, we protect our celebrities, we protect
Reclaiming
this
my
building.
time. You know why you don't hunt with an AR-15 with a deer? Because there's nothing left. And there's nothing left of these kids when people go into school and murder them while they're trying to read. You guys are worried about banning books. Dead kids can't read.
Identified as a man, she was mentally ill, probably taking hormones, and she went in and murdered children and adults in this Christian school.
All right, so there you have it. And of course, you know, that is our Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene talking there. So again, doesn't seem like the ball's going to be moving until they can land on why this is happening. So a lot of people are just, you know, warning and hoping we don't see this again. This just never gets any easier to report on. All right, checking back in with our Facebook viewers. Mr. Wesley checking in from Ackworth. Good morning to you. All right, so we had a time last night. Well, we didn't, but our lawmakers did. Our Georgia lawmakers did. There are a lot of bills they were trying to get passed by midnight, and it's a great time to be alive. If you are a teacher, if you are a law enforcement officer or a state employee in Georgia, you are about to get some money. Okay, so let me show you what it looked like last night. Papers just flying. I still want to know who's supposed to clean all that up. I'd be so mad if I was a janitor. But this was the scene in the House as the legislative session finally came to an end. They had until midnight to work on those last minute bills. So if you're in state law enforcement, you'll be getting a $4,000 to $6,000 raise. If you're an educator or another state employee, you'll be getting $2,000 raise. Both were included in the budget that was just passed. Then in other past bills include adding 5 extra years in prison if someone is convicted of a gang-related crime. Another bans the TikTok app from state devices. They also passed a bill that prohibits local election officials from accepting grant money to help run elections. And they passed a bill that provides a tax income rebate of $250 for single filers, $500 for a couple filing jointly. So we will have all that information for you, including what did not get passed in time, on our website, AtlantaNewsFirst.com. We had our Rebecca Schramm on that this morning. She did a beautiful job breaking it all down for us. David, good morning to you. Glad you could be here with us. Let's talk about this last story. This is one of my favorites. I actually saw this last night, and I told our producer, Brandon, that he had to put this in the show because I think it's really hilarious. Do you find immortality? Immortality could be attainable. How about that? By the year 2030. That's what the streets are saying, okay? Specifically this guy. He's a scientist. His name is Ray Kurzweil. So the New York Post is reporting that he previously suggested that humans will have created technology to fend off aging and illness with microscopic robots sent to repair our bodies on a cellular level. And then he also claimed that nanotechnology will allow people to eat whatever they want while staying thin and energized. Me personally, nobody asked me. I don't want to live forever. I want to see as much as I can. I want to do as much good as I can. And then I'm out of here. But I would love to put all my money towards something that would let me eat whatever I wanted, especially on a gorgeous day like this. You want to have that summer bod ready, but you still want a burger. You know what I mean? And that's how I feel about it. Ella, what do you think?
I don't know. I ate a banana earlier and it slapped. So I'm kind of still into the healthy food.
That's a nut. You wouldn't love to just be able to eat like French fries or something
All day, every day.
Yeah, and then just never worry about your body.
Oh, your skin.
Yeah. You'd get the acne. Didn't say about the skin. That's a good point. Oof. Flaw on the plan.
Flag
on the play.
We're gonna work on it. We'll get back to you. with our stay skinny plan. All right,
man.
Guys. Good morning to you. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous day. I cannot wait to tell you guys about this forecast. We started the day pretty chilly, actually. Most areas were in the 30s, but now we're sitting in the 50s. By noon, we'll be in the 60s, and we will top out in the low 70s today, which will be noticeably warmer. Good morning, Michael. Good morning, Wesley. I'm so glad that you guys are tuned in. Let's see. Shirley, good morning, Shirley. Okay, it's going to be a beautiful day, guys. About 7 degrees warmer this afternoon than yesterday. Light winds, low humidity. Just, when you envision the most perfect spring-like day, this is it. It's today, okay? And tonight will be noticeably warmer as well. We're talking 15 degrees to even 20 degrees warmer in some areas. So you won't need the winter coat when you step out the door tomorrow. You're actually going to see morning lows in the 50s. Now, we are right in the middle of severe weather season. You guys know it. March, April, and May is when we see the greatest risk of severe storms here in Georgia, but also across the country. We saw that last weekend. We had severe storms both on Saturday morning and on Sunday as well, and on Sunday night as well. So we are in for another round of storms this weekend, but the severe risk looks a lot lower here. But in the Midwest, man, it's going to be really bad. So here's a look at the storm system now. It's moving inland into California. And tomorrow, look at this. This is one of the largest, square mileage-wise, level 3 and 4 risks I've ever seen issued by the Storm Prediction Center. There's a level 3 or 4 risk of severe weather, which is enhanced from Wisconsin all the way down through Arkansas and Mississippi, okay? And the greatest risk there is across the Midwest is going to be for a derecho, which is damaging winds, 80 plus mile per hour winds, but we could see a few tornadoes there as well. Here's the thing, by the time it reaches us Saturday morning, it will die down. So I expect a broken line of scattered rain with just an isolated storm. Tomorrow, it does look like it's going to be another pleasant day. It'll be noticeably cloudier than today, but still pretty mild outside, highs in the mid-70s. Outside of a stray shower tomorrow evening across northwest Georgia, it does look relatively dry, okay? Max is asking, good morning, Max. You're asking what a derecho is. A derecho is essentially a squall line of storms, so a line of storms that has 70 plus mile per hour winds. It races across the United States. It can hold itself together for 2, 3, 4 states, so hundreds of miles, and the winds are usually above 65 to 70 miles per hour, so it can cause extreme wind damage. Derechos are often seen in the Midwest. We can get them sometimes here in the South, but they're most often seen in the Midwest in the spring-like months. So that's what a derecho is. Okay, so by the time this storm system reaches us on Saturday morning, that line has really essentially broken apart. We could see isolated strong storms with gusty winds, and the time frame on this is going to be very similar to last weekend. You wake up 8, 9 a.m., scattered rain moving through. It'll be about an hour or two of rain, and then that's it. Look, by noon, Atlanta's already drying out. Areas north, the sun has already come back out. At noon, there's still a few showers in the Athens area, Eatonton, down to Covington, Griffin, so areas east and south of the city still seeing a little bit of rain, and I do think that a few of these cells could be strong to our south as well. But then it's out of here. By 2 or 3 p.m., the sun comes back out. We jump into the upper 70s. So overall, there is a much lower risk for severe weather. Not ruling out a brief tornado, but the tornado risk is much lower. Again, damaging winds is going to be the main risk, and brief heavy rain just for a few hours. Here's your time frame. Okay, 6 to 9 for northwest Georgia, 8 to noon for metro Atlanta, 11 to 2 p.m. for areas south of the city. I do want to note that after this rain clears out, sun comes back out, it gets really warm, highs in the upper 70s on Saturday, but it is going to be downright windy Saturday afternoon. We're talking gusts 30 to possibly even 45 miles per hour. So take that into account for your Saturday afternoon plans. A high of 77 on Saturday. It will get quite a bit cooler on Sunday. The morning will be chilly in the 40s. Could even see some mountain frost on Sunday morning. And then the wind will die down. Generally, highs will be in the upper 60s on Sunday. Still a really pleasant day, but a little bit cooler than Saturday. Looking at the 7-day forecast, our only first alert is on Saturday, which is good news. I'm looking at Monday because there's a potential for a shortwave. A shortwave is essentially just a little kink in the atmosphere, and that kink can cause widespread rain. Now, it looks like that kink is mostly to our south on Monday, but there is the chance that if it were to move a little bit further north, we could see heavy rain the day on Monday. So that's something we're going to be monitoring for you. I don't see a high risk of severe weather, but that's the big question mark in the forecast is Monday. Right now, we're only going with a 30% chance of showers, but that could change. What isn't going to change is that we're going to warm up next week. By Wednesday, we expect the warmest day of the year so far with highs in the mid-80s. Okay? I'm seeing one more question. Max, I hope it's not as bad as the Griffin tornado. I do not expect tornadoes here, okay, on Saturday. So that is the good news. Okay, guys. Hope you have a great day. Get outside. Enjoy it. It's opening day for the Braves. If you have a way to watch it on your phone, just go outside and watch it on your phone because you want to enjoy this weather. All right? Everyone have a good day. Bye-bye.